I give you a head. Read like the piv, huh? I said heat after heat. You wanna buy a heat? I give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the piv, huh? I said heat after heat. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the piv, huh? Let's get this one thing understood. No more shall my black brother getting killed. No more of this, my black sister getting killed. Innocently, it's time for a change. No more of these things rearranged. Can't bother with this thing headache. I just can't stand these things. Keep on seeing that every one of my brothers and sisters keep falling and that everything righteous. I don't know why that they keep doing these things. Why they keep doing that, I just don't know. But I know that it's time for a it's time for a move up. Can't do this thing solo, individual. So you gotta know it's time for us to team up. Time to get this thing straight. No more, cause I gotta get this thing. As I say, head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't read like the piv, huh? I said head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the piv, huh? Head after head. They gotta get it straight in their head. Let these governments know that it's time that we gotta get them out of seat. No longer that we following the laws, cause these things ain't correct anyways. So either way, man, it's time for a change. Understand what I say? It's time for a change. I hope you understand that and get it in your ear. No more time for the in my greens, cause it's time that you remember that your kids gotta grow up in these time of the world. Maybe you might not be around, so would you want these things still going down? No, you wouldn't. So head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can breathe like the pig, huh? I said head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the pig, huh? Head after head, still no non-violence up in this. Gotta do this thing, said smarter than the fish. Make sure that we is swimming in the waters, cause you know that we was made from the land. So only way that we can conquer this thing if we have a unity. Make sure that you understand that, cause we gotta get this thing, no more rats. Can't bother with that, only loyalty. And make sure that you have honor here. Cause remember that this is for our black people as one as a nation. So if you ain't one as a nation, that means you don't need to say you're black. Say that you're white, cause head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the pig, huh? I said head after head. You wanna buy a head? I'll give you a head. Just make sure that these white people dead. Make sure that they can't breathe like the pig, huh? Head after head. Make sure that you stand.